Hi guys, Shlomo Liran. For those who don't know me, for guys who know me, from the last story, we're doing prayers and miracles that happened to me here in Eretz Isreal. The last one was how I prayed for my friend who wanted an apartment so badly in Eretz Isreal to own one. I prayed for him. 3 months later, he closed on one, and then a month later, Hashem bought us one. So, a continuation to that, just I wanted to add something for those who heard it, is that when I quit working the Horoscope King, from when I quit until now is 2.5 years. Now, I did like the cheshbon, how I was doing, how I was growing in that pace. If I would have been working, I could have bought a house in Eretz Isreal. But I had a emunah in Hashem, and Hashem said, go learn, that's what I want you to go do. And Hashem bought me a house as if I was working, but I got to learn Torah. So that's that. Now, this is part 2. So this is another miracle that happened through prayer. Now, as from the first story, I was able to get a few sponsors to collect from my friend, for my chavrusa, Big Tzaddik, to come move, to learn with me. I'm learning with him every single day. And it was good, and then it started getting hard. You start getting tested. You know, sometimes it felt like, I was somewhere that, I didn't, like these people were too on a high level for me in a way. Like, maybe I don't belong here. Like, how much am I really learning? My Yetzer Hara was telling me, how much is your Torah worth already? And money started getting a little tight. So I told my friend, my charusa, and he's like, why don't you call your friends, same friends, who get from me, ask them if they can help you out. I said, no, I want it straight from God. Now what I did, what Nachman teaches us to do, is to make a tefillah out of your Torah. Meaning you learn something and make a tefillah out of it. For example, there's a book called the Sefer Hamidot, the Aleph Bet book, and it says Parnasah is as hard as splitting the sea, even bringing the Geula. I think Parnasah and Zivug even, but yeah, it's like what it basically means. It's beyond Teva, also beyond nature. So I told Hashem, listen, Hashem, me sitting learning 2-3 hours a day is beyond nature. So please give me Parnasah beyond nature. So Hashem, that afternoon I went to Rabbi Akiva. I learned by Rav Kook then. I went to Rabbi Akiva for Mincha. I used to go there every day by Mincha time. And I bumped into a friend of mine, and his brother just threw me like 10 shekel. So my friend's like, what are you doing? He goes, tzedakah. So he goes, Shlomo needs tzedakah. And I was thinking that moment, like, what is God showing me over here? But later on, I was at Rabbi Akiva. I davened an amazing Alvit Ma'ariv. On the way back, I was giving somebody a ride home, and I remember I was so excited. I was happy. And I'm like, the Yeshua is coming. The salvation is coming. I know it's coming. I feel it. I get home, and a half hour later, this guy calls me up. He texts me, hey, where are you? I need to talk to you. This person who runs a company who makes millions. So I call him up, I tell him I'm in Israel. He's like, okay. Okay, doesn't matter. Listen, I need you. There's a certain product that came out that's really hot right now. You're perfect for it, just to train my salespeople. I'll give you $100,000. I said, I'm sorry, I'm in Kollel. He goes, I'll give you $120,000. I said, I'm sorry, I'm in Kollel. He's like, good for you. They're the happiest people ever. And that same week, that's when I was thinking, how much is my Torah worth? And then I said, Hashem, I want money, ma'ala teva, So Hashem's like, oh, you want money? Go work. Hashem not just answered my prayers, he taught me a lesson at the same time. What makes you better than the other person that he could take money for learning Torah and you can't, money's from Hashem. So what does it matter? Right? So Hashem wanted to teach me humility, first by Rabbi Akiva, somebody flipping me 10 shekel. That was like a little sign of like, you can take. And then when the guy offered me money just to train people to leave learning, train people and come right back. And my first response was that. After that, your mind starts imagining things. Maybe you go and come back, whatever. So I called up one of my friends. His name is Sadia. I won't, Sadia ben Simcha. I'm not going to say. And he was telling me, like, no, don't do it. It's the Yitzhar. I'm like, of course I'm not going to do it. But he was, like, so passionate about me continue doing what I'm doing. And he's like, I'll try to get you the money. I'll try to get you, And then Hashem just worked it out. And Hashem gave us whatever we needed. Hashem has been giving us whatever we needed. Plus, we're able to help people, Baruch Hashem. And that is another miracle that Hashem answered my prayers and taught me a lesson at the same time. Now this is part 2. We're going to do 10 miracle stories. Probably have more. But we're going to do, this is part 2 out of 10 miracles that happened in Eretz Isreal. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of Rav Nachman. Rav Nachman says, I'll show you if you want. It says, Emunah, prayer, Eretz Isreal, and miracles are all one thing. Basically, the more you believe Hashem is answering you here in Eretz Isreal, the more emunah you have, the more. And also, it also says in Likutei Moharan, it also says, Eretz Isreal is midah keneged midah. The people who come here for the right reasons, which we really came here for the geula, then the land is very good to it. I know a lot of people are worried about Parnasa, coming to Israel, it's hard, this and that. If you go for the right reasons and you have emunah, Hashem will help you. Hashem helped me. I'm a living witness to it. Hashem can do anything in a second. Hashem loves you. Hashem loves me. We are all one. We all need to connect, unite, have emunah, daven to Hashem, and pray for other people and really care for other people, and you'll see how it will come back to you. I'm a living witness, and Be'ezrat Hashem, we're going to do part 3 soon. May the words, that the words that came out of my mouth should pierce your hearts, that you guys should daven and have emunah, and you guys should see Yeshuot, salvations from Hashem, Be'ezrat Hashem, very, very close. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen ve'Amen. And on midvah, do.